know, don't you know, I'm living in shadow.
Hello there, what's up? If you're new to this channel, hi, I'm Nims, and I hope you'll stick around by hitting that subscribe button down below. Now, as you can tell from the title of this video, this is a beginner friendly box braid tutorial, and I'm basically just going to walk you guys through the things you will need to achieve this box braid style. So first thing I want to say is I'm a beginner myself at this whole doing your own hair thing. So don't worry if you're new at it. I will give you tips that will definitely help you. This is actually the second time I'm doing my own hair, my own box braids rather. So I will share with you guys the little tricks I learned the last time I was doing my hair. And before we get into those tricks, let me just start off by showing you guys what you will need for this hairstyle. Given that this is the rubber band method, the first thing you need obviously is rubber bands. So personally, I'll be using these ones right here. I don't know, do you guys find it hard to get a pack of purely black rubber bands? Do you? Because the last time I was doing this style like a month ago, I could barely find any black rubber bands. The ones I found were all colored, like the ones meant for babies. Do you guys know what I'm talking about? Those are the only ones I could find at the time, and those are actually what I used. But I would highly recommend you try finding the purely black rubber bands. The reason being, when you use the colored ones, they will sort of, once they break like a week or so in there, once they break, they will just sort of pop. They just pop up all over your head, and everyone can see like there's so many multiple colored things on the very root of your hair, and they're wondering what's going on. So black ones come really handy because they will just blend in with your hair. Even once they break, they won't really be visible. So make sure you get the black one. I got this for 20 Kenyan shillings. The other thing you will need is this. Though this is definitely not a whatever spray bottle. So I'm just repurposing this old hand wash bottle, and I turned it into my into my spray bottle, because I'm still very new at this whole natural hair thing. So I haven't really gotten everything I need, but improvise you guys. So what you need this for is to dampen your hair, because for instance, as you can see, my hair it's really dry. And by the way, this is an old Bantu knot out that I've had in for about 4 days. So the first thing I'll need to do is to comb this out, and then I'll go in with some water to dampen the hair. And once the hair is damp, the next thing you will use will be this. This is the Movit styling hair gel. This is what I personally use, but you can use any gel of your choice. It can be Eco Styler or any other gel out there, so long as it does the job. So this is what I'll be using. So these two go hand in hand. You need to make sure your hair is damp before you go in with the gel, because that's the way you get the best results from your hair gel. So the other thing you will need is a comb that can clean out the lines. A comb that will give you really clean, crisp lines, and these are found to be the best one. This works wonders. So this little thing right here, don't judge it by its size, it actually works miracles on your hair. It's really tiny, and I bought this for 20 bob. Yeah, 20 shillings. There were bigger ones, a bit bigger, but I chose this one because it's easier to work with. You see how sharp these ends are? That's why you need to get yourself one that looks like this. You also need to have this, a wide tooth comb. It can be wider than this, but this for me works it works perfectly, especially once my hair is damp. It will work perfectly. So this will just be meant for like detangling before you go in with this smaller one. And the final thing you need is braiding hair, which I don't have with me right now, but let me just show you a used package of the hair you will need. So the hair I will be using will be this one. This is the Avis Angels whatever hair, but I'm going to be using Avis in combination with, I'm going to combine this with the Darling hair because I bought the two. So I don't know, I'm not sure how many packs I will use, but I'll let you guys know at the very end of the video. And like you can tell right here, it says long, but I don't find these braids to be that long. They're not the length I would want for a long braid. So I'm going to show you guys a trick I use to make them even longer. So do stick around to see all these tricks that I'll be using, because there's so many tricks. I'll be giving you guys so many tips, so be sure to stick around for that. Yeah, so with that said, let's just get to the actual video. I am back. I have gone ahead and pre-parted my hair off camera. It takes way less time to do your hair, so that's a tip for you guys. You can save time by just pre-parting the hair in advance. If you can't pre-part it yourself, then get someone to help you with that. The lines are really clean. That's because I used the little comb I was showing you guys, the wooden comb. I'm just going to walk you guys through the steps that you will use for each and every box braid. So I'm just going to demonstrate using this particular section. The first thing you'll do is, if you've pre-parted the hair like me, then you'll just take out the rubber band, then go in with a little bit of gel. Then you'll just apply that gel all over the section. Water and gel are BFFs. You'll get the best results if you use gel on damp hair. If your hair is dry, then you'll just go in with a tiny bit of water. So once you've done that, you'll then go in with a toothbrush, then just smooth out that section using the toothbrush. Then you'll just secure that using a rubber band, but tight enough that you can now go in with the braiding hair. So it's really that simple. If you want big box braids, then you'll need to use a lot of braiding hair. If you want really thin ones, then use very little hair. Personally, I'm going for medium size box braids, so I'm going to use that much hair. Then you're going to attach it to the section by placing it under the section. I really hope I'm making sense. If I'm not making sense, just pay attention to my fingers and you'll see what I'm doing. And then I'll use the length of my hair as the third strand, of your hair as the third strand. If your hair is longer than mine, then you'll continue braiding for a bit before you have to borrow, quote unquote, borrow hair from one of the other strands. Watch my fingers and you'll see me do that. There we go. I'm going to borrow hair from this section right here, and so just like take a little bit from that particular strand and then use that plus your hair together, and you have your third strand. So now that you have 3 equal strands, continue braiding all the way, and it's really simple. You want your box braids to be longer, because personally I wanted them to be like up to. What I did was, once I got to almost the very end of the box braid, like when I had a quarter left of the box braid, I took a thin section of braiding hair, and that is what I attached to that section. Guys, if my English fails me, just watch what I'm doing, because I think that will be easier. So again, I'm just going to take out the rubber band, and then I'll grab a little bit of gel, not forgetting the water, then my toothbrush to smooth it out, and then continue on to add the braiding hair. So again, place the braiding hair under the section. Use your hair as a third strand. Borrow hair when you need to, just to make sure that you have 3 equal strands at all times, and continue braiding. Once you get to the very end of the braid, is to make a tiny knot at the end.
I fell for fools gold. I fell for fools gold. What did I know? What did I know? I fell for fools gold. I fell for fools gold. What did I know? What did I know? And I did it all for love. Yes, I did it all for love. Oh, they say fools believe in it, so I guess I'm one of them. Oh, don't you know? I fell for fools gold. I fell for fools gold. What did I know? What did I know? I
I went ahead and finished with this braids. So those are completely done. Did the side braids. So this one and this one right here. And then I have another two on this side. I've already done one of them. So I've added extensions to this one. So now I just have to add extension to this one and the other two on this side. So that's what we're going to do. Then we can move on to the very final steps. We are almost coming to the end of this video, but I still have a few more tips that I want to share with you guys. And the next one is on using hot water for your box braids. And I'm just going to dip all my box braids in here for about probably 10 seconds. Now this thing is really hot. The purpose of dipping the box braids is, number one, to achieve a really good what do I call it, straightness to the braids, because if you look closely you'll notice that some parts aren't all that straight, because I'm not really like 100% good at doing box braids. So dipping them in hot water will help me achieve that straightness. It will hide the places where there's a little bump. Number two, it will deal with the flyaways, because there's some bits of the hair that were left out. I don't know if you guys can really see it, but there's some flyaways on the box braids. The parts that the gel didn't get, the hot water will definitely help me in achieving some really sleek looking box braids that look professionally done. I have gone ahead and added beads to the Fulani inspired braids that are coming to the front, and I did the same thing on this other side. I'm going to add one more accessory, and you can basically add as many or as little as you want. It's up to personal preference at this point. Have you guys seen the string thingy, the string that people add to their braids? I sort of wanted to do that, but I don't have that string. Okay, if you don't know what I'm talking about, I'm going to find a picture and add it in here somewhere for you guys, so that you have an idea of what I'm talking about. Now I don't have that string, but I want to do that, so I'm going to improvise. So my other tip for you guys is improvise, improvise, improvise. Yes, improvise. So disclaimer, this might be weird, but I'm a weird person, and if you're watching this, I guess you're just as weird as me. And if you give this a thumbs up, then that tells me I'm not the only weird one, that you actually like what I'm going to show you. Yeah, I know you're thinking, what the fuck? Hii ni kifagio, my friends, kifagio, but it hasn't been used. It's brand new, just that we cut off a few of them a while back for some other thing that we were doing. Like I said, it's brand new, so if you're going to do this, then get a brand new one. Don't be using things that have been sweeping the dust on your braid. Pull on it, and that is what you're going to use for your braids. This one is done. Let's just go ahead and do one more on this other side. So you know how I would have ended up like spending a few coins at a hair salon for them to do these box braids for me. Given that I saved that money, I decided to spend it on something else, and the something else just so happens to be clothes. So I went thrift shopping and got myself a few things, and I'm still sort of trying to decide between doing a try on haul for these clothes and maybe filming an April favorites and featuring all these outfits on there. So I'll decide, and you'll definitely be seeing a video on them real soon. The point here is you can save money by learning how to do your own box braids like I have, because this is all self-taught. No one taught me how to do this, I just learned. So you can also learn and save money doing something else with it, not necessarily going shopping, but spending it on something else that's more important. That is it for this video. I would love to know if you guys learned anything new from this video, like any new tip or hack. If you did, leave it in the comment section below. If you did love this video, give it a thumbs up. and remember to subscribe. I would really appreciate it, and also turn on that bell button so that you'll be notified every time I upload a video. If you've never done box braids before, I really hope the tips I gave in this video will be helpful for the first time you try doing box braids. It's not that hard, you guys, so if you've never done it before, I'd highly recommend giving it a shot. Yeah, so that is it for this video. I will catch you all on my next one. Until then, bye.
You a fool's gold.